These are the vineyards of Sonoma, California. This property produces some of the finest wines in the world and is home to a few of our Kirkland signature wines. Kirkland signature wines began in fiscal year 2003 with an Australian Shiraz and an Alexander Valley Cabernet that totaled 206 cases and 24,000 in sales. In fiscal 17, we will offer 40 items in rotation, totaling more than 3 million cases and over 225 million in sales. We currently source from 7 countries seeking specific volume-driven appellations, as well as smaller allocations from well-known areas where we can offer a tremendous value. The United States is most successful with domestic wines from California and Washington, while the international divisions find more success with items from France, Italy, and South America. The buyers have worked hard to develop relationships to find ample quantities to support our Kirkland signature programs. They search for quality fruit and enter long-term contracts with our winery partners and their growers. Over the years, we have learned to recognize quality potential at a very early stage of the winemaking process. Wine is a farming enterprise. In the event that there is significant vintage variation or the quality is not to our standards, we may elect not to bottle a particular vintage. Once we have contracted with a winery, the magic begins to happen. With all of our Kirkland signature wines, we go through the process of tasting all the varietals going into each and every blend. For instance, on our Napa Valley Meritage, there's Cabernet, there's Merlot, Petit Verdot, Cabernet Franc, and Malbec. We evaluate each and every one of those lots and figure out what is the best varietals to go into our blend. The buying teams work directly with winemakers to ensure each vintage represents a quality wine. Each wine is tasted several times throughout the year to make certain we are meeting our objectives.
I think sometimes in our signature series we release those a little too soon.
The wines are evaluated and tasted blind against the previous vintage, along with the designated benchmark. There was 2 different spots I was looking at. One said 21 and the other one said 22. I said, well, what is that? What are we signing?
It's really important to develop these great relationships with the suppliers, because what we're looking for Kirkland Signature is long-term growth. And when you have those relationships with these guys, you know that you're going to get the best grapes possible.
There are many other factors a buyer needs to assess each year. A few of these details can include the wine bottle by determining the shape and color. Decide on if the closure should be under a natural cork, composite cork, or a screw cap, and settle on the label designs and tray packs.
We do about 50,000 cases of our Kirkland Signature Old Vine Zinfandel. Part of our blend is aged in these caves where it has constant temperature and humidity to develop our wines to the style that we're looking for our blend.
We got a lot of barrel tasting to do. I hope you're ready.
I'm ready.
Come on in. You know, early spring right now, we're probably 80% of the lots have gone through malolactic fermentation.
So what's in these barrels, Zach?
Well, see, this is all Zinfandel that's been racking up, and this is actually all still full. But this is Pinot. This is not Zinfandel, so this doesn't go to you. This would make your wine taste actually very poor. Yeah.
The wines can spend time in barrel. It can be anywhere from 6 months to a year to 18 months. And what that does is take all of those components, starts to integrate that wine, and it becomes delicious on release.
Each buyer will negotiate the best price possible to achieve tremendous value for our members. Unfortunately, not all members have the ability to taste Kirkland Signature due to the very complex beverage alcohol laws and regulations in each state, local counties, and country. The buyers stay the course to grow the Kirkland Signature business by seeking out new suppliers and constantly making improvements with our current sources. We have been told Kirkland Signature beverage alcohol business is a threat to many major suppliers. In fact, in an annual ranking by industry publications, Wine Business Monthly, of the top 30 wine producers in the United States, Kirkland Signature would rank 12th as a standalone brand, all of which has been achieved in a rapid 10-year span. Having focused on quality and value, we have developed a following with our members and are humbled to be recognized by a major wine consumer publication for our work.
Sometimes the vintage can play havoc on any type of wine that we develop. This is one of 40 that we do every single year. So we are working with our winemakers, whether we're doing that in the cellar, whether we're in the vineyards, whether we're tasting wines and all of their components that they have to make the best wines possible for our members.